Salute everybody. Welcome to Miss Parker. Miss Parker. I hope everybody's having a blessed Wednesday. I know I am, okay? Today we're going to talk about the dysfunction of it all in another disturbed soul. These phone calls have been very telling, and I do want to separate in some aspects Nazia's name from these phone calls, even though these phone calls do pertain to her case in some aspects, but it pertains to other victims' cases and things like that. But the dysfunction is the ladies, okay? The dysfunction is knowing all this time on these phone calls that Jarvis has these charges and they just keep getting overlooked time after time after time. And I do want to take a quick little shout out to Sister Samad. I got my purse. I'm wearing my purse today. I got my little earrings in to go with my purse, but thank you, Samad, for my purse. I'm pearling it up today. Something about pearls today. I don't know why I wanted to do pearls today, but I was like, got my little white jump outfit on, and this was just so cute. But shout out to my moderator, Samad, and I can kind of just throw it over my shoulder when I'm ready to walk out the house, which is exactly what I'm going to do as soon as I get done with this live, okay? But shout out to y'all. It is cute. Copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976. Allowances made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, research, and educational purposes. There go my sister Samad. Thank you, Samad. Hey, Yolanda, sis, what's going on? Miss Jamila, what's going on, sister? What's going on? Big Mama Pooh, what it do? How you been? What up, Morgan, sis? Hey, Tawana, baby. What's going on, little sis? What it do? Hey, Adrian, sis. Kiki, sis. Hey, sisters. What's going on, Miss Mel? What's going on? What's going on, Barbie, sister? Hey, Aqualine, sis. SP, what it do, sisters? What it do? Hey, Laninia, girl. Hey, Miss Cheeks, what's going on? What's going on? What's going on, Purse, baby? Purse been over there, y'all, following the Blueface a story too or whatever. So yeah, I'll be seeing her in the little comments too. She said, I love that bad, okay? Miss Park, can you put in the chat your Discord name? I just downloaded the app. If one of the moderators want to drop the members link where you can go over there, kick it with the members and stuff like that. I haven't really been in the Discord since I've been working this hard. For me to even get on live, yeah, I'll be tired. For real. Hey, Nisha, what's going on? Hey, LaDonna, baby. She said, hey, from Detroit. Hey, boo. Hey. Hey, honey, 5K. She said, I have Miss Parker. Yes, I love it. Okay. The live I'm going to play, and I got to play it audio. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to break it down, you guys. It is 5 o'clock somewhere, so I got my lime margarita, my cut water. I do take advantage of Wednesdays, not so much Thursdays, but my Wednesdays off, I definitely take advantage to get my cut water in, and I only need one, baby. Hold on, let me turn it off. What do y'all think about the phone calls so far? Like, honest opinions, y'all perspective. My favorite cut water, girl, they turns me up. But what's y'all honest perspectives of the trauma? It's honestly like these women are trauma bonding with Jarvis more than having a relationship, if y'all get what I'm saying. Because it seems like it's not just trauma on his end. Each and every woman that has talked to Jarvis has some shit going on in their life. And when I say some stuff going on, it's too much stuff going on in their life to where I don't got time for nothing else. Kizzy's always got drama. She's always under distress. The kids, she got a homeschool and bills and the single mother stuff. You lightweight. I need at least 3. Oh, Miss Cheeks, you pushing it. I ain't there yet. I ain't graduated. Not to 3 cut waters. Not yet. Hey, Justin, but we got hell, I forget their names. It's been a while since I talked about them. What's their names? We got Kizzy. Oh, Tashiana. Tashiana trying to move. She's got her own problem. It's always something in that house. Her toilet's leaking in the basement. Her car won't start. Now the car is leaking oil. Now this, now that. Now the daughter's got to start school. Bumba and this, bumba and that. It's always something. We got Nay. Always under distress. That's something each one of these ladies had in common. I tired. I didn't want adulting. I exhausted. Or she's ready to move. Everybody's turned their back. She don't got no friends. She has nowhere to go. Then we get the older lady down here in North Carolina. It's always something going on with Dennis. It's always something going on mentally with her. It's like each one of these ladies is lost themselves somewhere. And I fucked up the car. They weren't real relationships, they were situationships. Yes. And I say trauma bonding, Big Mama. Do y'all agree with the trauma bonding? It was everybody dealing with something tragic in their life, something. I never heard too much good calls. And then when they did turn just a little good, right? When they was just a little ounce of good, he knew how to mess it up. He knew how to mess it up. Every time. You might know that's another Devin. I've seen Shannon's Devin before. Okay. So God is saying that's another Devin. They're not the same. I couldn't even say if they was the same Devin, you know. Hey, Tracy SM. So I want to get into this call with y'all. I want to break it down. And y'all know I got to drink a cup of water when I listen to them. I can't. I used to be able to chop it up with the girls and listen to these calls. I don't even do that anymore. Hey, Karen B, what's going on, sister? Yeah, they just started to get where it was just disturbing my peace at a different level. Okay, so let's get into this. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. And drop Shanitra's link in the chat, please. Because I want to get into the DNA too. And why I said another disturbed soul, very disturbed. It's just weird. How y'all been doing, y'all? It's been a while. How y'all been doing? Except for when I do my little virtuals, but it ain't the same. Cause I just be on a little chop out my little shit. Stick it with his. Stick his ass. Okay, Bookie. The baby mama people is doing it. I'll take it to the extreme. I'm going overboard, like, man, what the... Like, you act like the motherfucker, the murderer. Let me rewind it back. Hey, Betty, sis, thank you for being over there on the Twitch. She said it's too hot. Yeah. Oh, yeah, these calls will do that. Yes, definitely. Make sure y'all go over there, follow me on Twitch, okay? Subscribe to the channel. Send some cheers. Same way here. I do got a goal. You guys said at 10, you guys can send $1. Get those 10 goals for me complete. That would be amazing. Let me rewind this back.
What they say to you at the hospital? It's got me being stressed all that. It's taking a toll on me. Now, as you heard in the introduction clip, Kizzy was upset because according to her, people were acting like Jarvis Butts was a murderer before he had even been charged in connection with 13-year-old Neziah Harris' disappearance. Now, keep in mind that the call that you're about to hear...
But at the same time, she's saying this. Thank you so much for being a member for 13 months. Thank you, Press, for being a member for 10 months. I love you too, sister. All them ladies seem to be disabled mentally, for real. They all had issues in a messed up car. Absolutely, Jamila. Absolutely. I see you, Betty. You know what I'm saying? Go on and enjoy your day at work, sis. But I love you and I appreciate you for stopping in to speak, okay? Yeah, they're acting like you're a murderer, but it's a child that's missing and his name is attached to it. So after this long, especially when these phone calls start to run around, because she's the same one who kept Jarvis up to date about everything that was going on per social media, per court, per victims. Let's not forget. Oh, they said you got another charge. Oh, they said that you was married and that she took your kid away because you was touching her daughter inappropriately. Let's not forget all the phone calls that was before this. We have to remember that. So all the stuff that Kizzy has told Monster, it's not far-fetched now after so many months of this baby still not making her presence available to lift that burden up to say that something bad has happened. Something bad has happened. We can't expect nothing but the worst at this point. We can't expect anything less. Hey, precious sis. We can't expect anything less but some bad news. And then once they find out that he was a corporate behind it, being the age that he is, and more is coming out at this point, they have a right to say he did something to this baby. What? We don't know. But at this point, we don't think she's alive. Let's get into it. And shout out to my girl Shanitra Speaks. Y'all keep dropping her link. Also drop Anna B's link. Also drop Behind the Walls with Anna B. Okay, shout out to both of them ladies to this day for bringing these phone calls to us and things for us to listen to. I appreciate both of them sisters wholeheartedly for that.
Took place just 2 months and 26 days after Jarvis Butt surrendered to the Wayne County Jail to serve a 1-year sentence on a gun charge. By then, he was starting to realize that the podcast host, Mark, and his podcast had become a much bigger problem than he expected. Just 27 days earlier, during a call with Angel, the woman Jarvis had been living with before he surrendered, she had warned Jarvis that...
And let me read this message. Let me see if I can read this. This bitch been playing on my phone ever since Thanksgiving. I most definitely don't bring my business to Facebook. This bitch gonna get beat the F up. Her name, Angelita Spence, a.k.a. Hyena. And this is what Shannon's saying about Angel. I don't give no F's. Nobody. She said, no, run to my children's father and tell him.
Mark really wasn't his friend.
Thank you, Jamila.
Now, since then, Jarvis had learned that Mark was hosting podcast episodes with members of 13-year-old Nasiah Harris' family, including her aunt Shannon, who, of course, we know Jarvis shared 5 children with. Nasiah's father, before he had passed away.
I gotta run this back. So I gotta read these messages, y'all.
Yeah, he got something to do with it. The baby mama people is doing it. I'll take it into extreme. I'm going overboard. Like, man, like you act like the motherfucker the murderer or something.
She said her people's going overboard. They going extreme. Whose family ain't gonna go overboard in extreme when your 13-year-old family member's missing? And attached to her name is almost a dude in his late 40s, almost 50, attached to her disappearance. We find out that he's been SAing her all this time. What is Kizzy talking about? That's why I say the trauma bonding. Those wasn't even, to me, situationships. That was simply trauma bonding. A girl full of trauma herself. Anybody that can sit down with a predator and all of the stuff that's coming out, overlook it, like just blatantly call it a lie. Y'all call Jarvis a lie all the time and say that's what all he do is lie. But then when it comes to these charges and he tells them, he's telling the truth. I mean, it's not adding up. 1+1 definitely ain't equaling 2 in this situation. And regardless what anybody say on, it's just so disturbing on so many levels. Even if Jarvis is gone today, those ladies are still disturbing to me. Because just because Jarvis is gone don't take away what happened. It just don't. This just don't get to get swept under the rug because he's no longer here. Those kind of behaviors from them don't go unnoticed. We're here for it. And I must say, like, I'd still be wanting to know as mothers when we became so unprotective of our children. I don't care how the generation changes. We might didn't want our kids to go through what we went through. You know, my mom was rough on me, so I want to do it with my kids. But we're still mothers. We still protect. We're still protectors. Hey, LaShonda. Hey, Miss Loki, what it do? Hey, Dale. Happy Wednesday to y'all. We're still protective. And it's like, her life didn't matter because y'all didn't know her. Y'all see the difference with all the subscribers from around the world in these different places, these different chats and stuff like that, how everybody was, where's Naziah? Just empathizing, sympathizing. Some even with the family members, besides Shannon and them. Because of the fight that they was putting up. Might not have been the fight we wanted to see from them, but the fight that they wanted. You know what I'm saying? And these ladies have no care. These ladies, they ran for a minute. It's like, okay, why they saying you touched the kid? Okay, after that, he said, man, that was 10 years ago. Okay, what about that bitch? You like, how y'all skip from this? How y'all just skip that fast from the fact that he has pedo charges pending? And you want to know about that bitch? When I'm sitting here like, Thank you, Miss Low-Key, for the hearts. Thank you, sister, for the floating heart. Hey, Tracy on. Like, we ain't moving past that. I don't care about no other female at this point. This is serious. And the fact that now they're saying this child is missing. And that you've had inappropriate relationships. Not just she was, it was never said that Naziah was just missing and Jarvis was a person that was like, it was said he had inappropriate dealings with this child that's missing. Thank you, Miss Cheeks, for the finger heart. Thank you, sister. Thank you. I mean, am I lying somebody? I just don't know how we skip past that. They more worried about, again, each other than the charges in a 13-year-old missing that he allegedly was inappropriate with. So if this ain't trauma bonded, I don't know what it is. I feel like at some point, and this is just allegedly, but I feel like y'all was touched. And if y'all wasn't touched, y'all had to be just like him. Because there's no gaining understanding with it. You know what I'm saying? I don't even mind y'all questioning him about it. But y'all did for a second, and it was like, to where kids was like, shit, ain't my daughter. Like, shit, my kids are home. I couldn't take nothing that she said serious after that. She already told us how she felt. After that call, it was like, oh, yeah, okay. But let me see who this character is. That's why a lot of people's like, do y'all think Kizzy could have, you know what I'm saying, hit some stuff for Jarvis? Start seeing people speculate that Kizzy had more to do with this than anything. But then we can't forget the phone call where Tashiana said to Jarvis, see, you should have gave me your phone. Basically, if you would have gave me your phone, nigga, you wouldn't even be going through this. And that threw me. Because I used to kind of have her in the middle. But it made her just as worse as Kizzy. Nobody's greater than the other in this. Because nobody's asking the real questions. The only person asking the real questions is Angel's son. Where's that little girl? Angel didn't even have the decency to say, where's that baby? Why are they saying you? Nobody has once said, why are they connecting you with this girl being missing? Why did they choose you out of all the people in the land? Hey, Simba. Why did they pick you out of all the people? I mean, in Detroit, why did they pick you? The last combo that was released with Kids and Jarvis, and she was talking about Nazaya, she said she hit in the bag. She whispered it. Who said that, Simba?
They what? What did they say to you at the hospital? It's cool, they just said. Got me being stressed, all that, it's taking a toll on me. Now, as you heard in the introduction clip, Kizzy was upset because, according to her, people were acting like Jarvis Butts was a murderer before he had even been charged in connection with 13-year-old Nazaya Harris' disappearance. Now, keep in mind.
And I want to say this too, after listening to these phone calls, something I took Kizzy's loose gizzard neck ass. I think, and this is just my perspective, I really think that 10 years from now, if that, I'm giving it 10. Once these kids get a little older, things are going to start coming out. Even if Jarvis is gone, I think as these kids get older, and you know how your memory just hits you. Because sometimes it takes years for those memories to come and they able to talk. Because a lot of these kids was young. And y'all think he just skipped the kid? I mean, as sick as Jarvis was and all the victims, do we think he just seriously, she can talk. She's going to tell it. I ain't going to touch her. Or even tried to attempt. Because he's been around Brooklyn them long enough to see that they talked. And he still tried it. And do y'all think that these women on this phone call would ever really even come forward and tell the world that their kids said Jarvis touched them? Because I don't. I think it would be swept under the rug, or they would take that to their grave. Because they don't want to open up another bag, another book of secrets of this monster. I just really feel like there is still to this day more victims out there. Because they even said it, like Tamara Liberty Smith said, all the victims didn't get to come forward. And she said that they wanted Jarvis. See, when you want somebody locked up so bad and you're focused on them, everything else was irrelevant. They wanted Jarvis off the street when they could have just did it based off the charges. And how they was piling on all the cases together. That wasn't the same. Hey, Dine, what's going on? I hope all the victims get the courage to speak out. That's all we can do is pray. She sure did. Yeah, she said that over there with Sister on TikTok. And I just got that feeling that the stains that he left behind will forever just linger. What up, Time Warp? Protecting a man over your child is the most hurtful thing a mother can do to a child, yet alone a daughter. Because they don't want nobody to know that they let their kids down to be with a man. That's what I feel. And it could be just me. I'm just being honest. That's just how I feel. Because to me, he never skipped a kid. If he did PB, if he did PB at the age of 4, y'all think he skipped a kid? And that wasn't even his child. I'm definitely praying that the real truth comes out. If it didn't show y'all with Annette being the guardian of her not doing a memorial, you didn't have to do it to invite the people from YouTube, but just the ceremony for her. That's how much I didn't care. Y'all was so happy that it was over with. We ain't forgot about y'all. Did y'all think because we listened to these phone calls, maybe others won't speak on y'all? I'm speaking on you. These content creators poured so much of themselves. Because I'm not going to take credit that I'm the only one that dug deep into this and went down rabbit holes and end up hitting a brick wall, and then you got to go back. And you're back at another brick road, and then it was always something. This was one of the most stressful cases ever and most disturbing. Toot even went beyond and above to do the balloon release. It's like Toot's a stranger to this child. And she had a balloon release while y'all peeking out your window. Like I allowed Jarvis to come in and peek and touch. When Roxy did the balloon release, they didn't go. Hey, pull up. Yeah, he is Kirby. Definitely still doing damage from the graves. Hey, Love Jones. Hey, Sagittarius, bro. What's going on? And it's disturbing. It was always hurtful to watch. As much as it was a pleasure to see somebody go through such lengths to go to Detroit and host this event, Roxy had one. And see, they couldn't even, it was that their hate for this baby showed then. Because it was about her, it wasn't about Roxy. Forget who's throwing the event. It's in her name and honor. Then Toot does the video with Blue Cheese. Had all the families come to let her know, these families know, we're standing with you. This community is standing with you. We are here to fight with you. They didn't go. Kenya went, even though her was messed up. She went. Wasn't nobody gonna allow no harm. These families are grieving. Y'all wasn't gonna be the only family there, but all these families was grieving. Janiyah McMichael Rogers. They had London's family there. Do y'all know what that would have did for the community for y'all to be there on behalf of Naziah? Because it was in her city. And y'all did nothing. Fuck what we on the outside say. They damaging her. Them babies fell daily and the mother didn't care. Go wherever his soul at and keep riding for y'all man. She said, yes, most disturbing. And what about the first few testimonies in those transcripts? There were some of them women's daughters, and it spoke a lot about what they allowed. Absolutely. Agreed. I cried many lives and videos. Yes. Hey, Miss Jackson, what's going on? So sometimes even when I listen to these phone calls, it takes me back, like you said, to them transcripts. All the lies and the deceit, the deception, and no fight. Out of all the victims, I just can't help but wonder why didn't Naziah have to lose her life? Why? And I think that's my question too, man. Why? Out of all of, even, y'all got to remember, it was a generation of women before these new victims. None of Jarvis's baby mothers was over the age of 16. Not one. And if it was, who cares about the one? It's still, the rest of them was young. And this is before Nazia's generation. Before she was even brought into this world, he had victims. Because Nazia wasn't born when Jarvis caught that first charge, and that was just something he caught. That doesn't mean there wasn't other victims prior. These kids are getting older. Everything on the internet, it's no way these don't see anything and feel away. I pray it's a peace of mind and they can start healing. I agree. But as long as these phone calls keep coming, hey, Rhapsody, sis, the Don, it's always going to leave that question of, like Miss Mel said, why? What really happened? That will forever stay with me. Who was all involved? Because I'm not convinced. I don't care what charge he said. I did it, you know. That's gone to the grave with him. And we know for a fact when nobody's saying them before, so everything's gone to the grave. Hey, Tasha, salute, baby. Let's finish. Let's get back into this. I'm just saying, for me, I just got more questions now than I did before.
Year-old Naziah Harris' disappearance. Now, keep in mind that the call that you're about to hear took place just 2 months and 26 days after Jarvis Butt surrendered to the Wayne County Jail to serve a 1-year sentence on a gun charge. By then, he was starting to realize that the podcast host, Mark, and his podcast had become a much bigger problem than he expected.
Miss Nene said, because this is interesting, I want to read what Samaya said. She said, I always feel like the children hold the key to what happened. They were never asked what they saw. I agree. It was so many questions. And they was trying, if y'all remember, if y'all think back, Kim Worthless was trying to avoid trial as much as possible. They was trying to avoid the trial much as the prosecutors ain't sent nothing to, you know what I'm saying? It was just a circus. And if they never ran down on him for Naziah, the little girls of the women he was dealing with were going to be his next generation of victims. He lit up when he heard those girls talking, and I agree. She said, yes, Miss Nene. But Shannon had the audacity to go back and forth with Jarvis' brother, but couldn't stand up for her own niece. Pissed me off. Couldn't stand up for her own. What you mean just the niece? Shit, her own. You get what I'm saying, LaDonna? We stand for, behind, and in front of every victim. Justice for them all. Lock up them funky ass mammies. Start with Kizzy. Scarecrow build ass, okay? Now let's get Shannon first, and then Kizzy. You know what I'm saying? Shannon gave Monster the foundation. Monkey gave Monster the foundation. You get what I'm saying? She gave him the foundation to start, like, open up the lines then to him. Just to have him there. And still to the day, based on them text messages, you wanted to participate. I don't give a damn. It's in black and white. What did you want to go upstairs and do? What did you want to go upstairs to your niece's room with him and do? He said Shannon wants to come. She said no. That'll never leave me. Thank you, Rhapsody, for the Uncle Alert. Thank you. The In-House Foundation. Absolutely. Hey, Lisa, what's going on, sister? Thank you so much, Rhapsody. I appreciate you, sister. She definitely opened up the foundation and the lines into him. It's so much that never got answered from those text messages. Yes, a 3-ring circus, yes.
27 days earlier, during a call with Angel, the woman Jarvis had been living with before he surrendered, she had warned Jarvis that Mark really wasn't his friend. Now, since then, Jarvis had learned that Mark was hosting podcast episodes with members of...
Let me read what Mark said. That's what I was trying to do. He said, for everybody that is misinterpreting the latest post that is going around, Jarvis did not impregnate his own mother. I never knew that was even out. Hey, Angel Face. Jarvis did not impregnate his own mother. The post that everybody is sharing is one of someone who were commenting on the videos where the call, who is the son of the mother Jarvis impregnated at 13, telling the story. The comment y'all seeing screenshots was about the caller on the phone line, who is the son of the woman Jarvis impregnated. So I definitely want to play that. I definitely want to go back and relive that.
13-year-old Nasiah Harris family, including her aunt Shannon, who of course we know Jarvis.
And this is what Shannon said.
This settlement check completely changed my life, and it came from a car accident I almost forgot
I hate these commercials.
Investigation into Nasiah Harris' disappearance had nothing to do with it.
It said, man, be acting like little girls crying and shit in their feelings about everything. Why you ain't call me back? Why you ain't answer your phone? Where was you at? Oh, Lord, behold, the phone is dead. Oh, you cheating? Tell that nigga he can have you, man. You need to grow up fast. That will make a woman leave your ass faster than the grip.
Now, during these calls, she was living in a house with her 2 children, her sister, and her sister's children. Those living arrangements, along with some other personal circumstances, often made it difficult for her to communicate consistently with Jarvis.
Yes, you is, Nate. Ain't nobody fucking stupid. And when I find out, man, I'm gonna have a problem. Straight up. Why you be texting me back so late? So late. Yeah. I was asleep. 7:57. 7:57. Yeah. So you on that, man? You couldn't answer.
Thank you, Michelle.
First of all,
this is a call from and paid for by an inmate at Wayne County Jail. This call is subject.
And this is the new Disturbed Soul, Dina. This is the new Disturbed Soul that has hit the platform.
Recording and monitoring. If you
Thank
don't
you,
wish to
Michelle.
talk, hang up now.
Hold on, y'all. His sister said he didn't what? Have the baby by the lady at 13? Absolutely. I got the paperwork. I got her court paperwork. And they said she was mentally retarded. That's why they took the kids and she was mentally incompetent. That's another story. Shannon should have been locked up for admitting that Nasiah was not protected, a sign of neglect. And what happened to, that's another question. We will always wonder why no charges of neglect ever came about. What we will never leave me is when Jarvis said him and Shannon ran a business. Wonder what their business was. It could be the business. Come on. She didn't even have, what business was he running with her? Because remember, she didn't even have money to put on the phone. Remember, he said he was going to try to figure out a way to get money to put on the phone so he can contact her. When the phone calls first started coming out in February. Thank you, Michelle, for the 100. I appreciate you, sister, so much. Thank you for the silver star. I appreciate you. Thank you. Did Shannon say what, Kernby? Thank you. Did Kernby say what? Oh, hold on. I took it back too far, y'all. Hold on. I done hit fast forward and some more stuff. Hold on. My bad, y'all. I had to go back a little bit because I done went to a whole nother video. But let's get back into
We
it.
know Jarvis shared 5 children with Naziah's father before he had passed away. Naziah's brother.
I don't know the Don, but it's definitely paperwork out there stating that the older lady did have the baby by Jarvis and stuff like that. That's why she has the court paperwork, because she was getting tried for, taking advantage of him. But they said that she was incompetent and things like that. And I'll maybe post the paperwork later on if I remember and stuff like that. I ain't gonna say it's exactly after live because I'll be saying that, girl, and I'll be getting into other stuff. But I will post the paperwork for the court and stuff like that, and you guys can see. Shannon wasn't concerned with the other women, just Naziah. She didn't like the fact that Jarvis was choosing to be with her. Yeah, because that was in house. She said nasty ass. She said, "Oh wow, now I want to know what was said." She said, "What you read?" Okay. I was Shannon. Yeah, when Shannon said what she said, yes.
And Naziah's alleged cousin Roxy. Now, these podcast episodes were significant to Jarvis and many others because although he had not yet been charged.
Let me read these and see if I can see what they're saying. Shannon said, "You slow. Everything what I said, the police knows already, big dummy." Roxy said, "Shannon, something, sure they do. Let's give them a refresher." She said, "Shannon, we already see who the big dummy really is." So it's just her, it's Shanitra showing clips of what Shannon and Roxy was going back and forth
in connection with 13-year-old Naziah Harris' disappearance. Nearly every aspect of his past was been exposed. And by May the 3rd, Jarvis had reached his breaking point with Mark.
Story that has attracted a lot of attention. Detroit podcaster Mark DeAndre.
Even in March, when I was doing the podcast, I felt like I had this thing pretty much solved as far as, what came out today. I said this months ago as far as what the end result was.
At Wayne County Jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. The inmate has requested that you pay for this call. If you don't wish to talk, hang up now.
Are you going to make up rumors again? Are you going to...
And monitoring. The inmate has requested that you pay for this call. If you don't wish to talk, hang up now.
Yeah, y'all gotta, when y'all watch, don't just listen to the videos. Shanitra posts everything. And one thing I can say about Shanitra, and I love it, Shanitra always, I don't care what story she covers, she goes, finds all messages, she clips them instantly. What I recommend for myself and y'all to start doing when stories come out, because then we'll go through it and be like, I can't find that post anymore and stuff like that. But I know if I watch one of the videos Shanitra does, she has all the text messages that we never seen, some that we never seen, and she has everything in her vault, everything. So I'll be stopping the clips just to see what those messages are that everybody left. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm like, hold on, y'all. Let me read what Shannon said. Let me read this. So Shanitra is very good with that. I love that about her, that she's got every clip anything they've ever posted, said, Shanitra was on it. Back then, she was on it. We just looking for stuff. We just listening and seeing, waiting on updates. Shanitra's clipping everything. Kizzy, old Pennywise looking ass, always telling Jarvis what she hears instead of being a real woman. And absolutely, I agree.
Thank you for using Tomix. Hello. Hey.
What's wrong? What did you say?
And her word ass, let me tell you something that eats me up. She's pretending to be irritated because it's something about the cases that would bother her, allegedly. That's why he said, nah, what's wrong? Because he knew. But it was never because he was a predator. It was embarrassment. And that's how I know that truly deep down, you are a disturbed soul. Can't nobody in this world tell me you have not been touched inappropriately or nothing. And this is just for Kizzy. Because Kizzy would, but you were still on the phone with him, so I just never understood those reactions. Hey, Leisure. Hey, sister. She said, not Pennywise. Thank you, Leisure. Thank you for the hiding. And then she'll say, never, every time. Yeah, never mind. Or she'll act like what Kiwan and them was doing as far as the protest was bothering her. I know then you're truly disturbed. Even today with Jarvis being gone, you will forever be a disturbed soul. Going to the court dates, even telling him like that's why I said he kept up with Kizzy, because Kizzy was the one to keep up with everything. Because I think in some sense, and you might hate me for this, I really think the other ladies, in a sense, not a whole, in a sense, was trying to escape. When he's locked up, you could have left anytime. But they was fighting the better good to leave Jarvis. Because again, if your cup is empty, if your cup is empty and nobody's pouring into you, and you're not even pouring into yourself, what? You're broken. Just broken women. But Kizzy's a whole different story. And I say that because her actions on his phone, her daughter, and her and her daughter's relationship, the other daughter saying, well, you've been through worse than Jarvis. Hell far again, I ask to this day, what could be worse than Monster? What have them girls really been through? To where we know they've been through something, because she didn't care about her little ones. Reporting to the Monster every charge and every disgusting thing that woman was putting out about him, even listening to Mark D's podcast. And we all know those was disturbing lives. She said, word as fuck. Jarvis was bullying them to shut up and just hear what he said. Why do you feel like, tell me why you feel like Jarvis was bullying? Do you feel like him always saying he was going to send somebody over there was the bullying part? What made you feel like he was bullying them? What did he say to make you feel like he was bullying them? Because I think that's a good point.
What court they doing the 25th? I don't know why you said that. Because that's what they just said. They said your court date is June the 25th. They coming back to St. Murphy. They're going to be back outside again. Talking about some Jarvis Beach. You know where that girl is.
I thought she just said nothing. I thought when Jarvis asked her, what's wrong? Nothing. All but to turn around with the just being a hypocrite that she is. Thank you, Leisure, for the thumbs up. You got court on June 25th. Oh, I don't know. Here we go. She's keeping him up. That's why he messed with Kizzy. Because Kizzy kept her ear to the street. Well, they said they was going to go back to Frank Murphy, and because you know where that little girl is at. What's the date on this phone call? Is this March? This is May 3rd. Let's not forget the dates on these phone calls a couple months ago when Kizzy was running down what all the naysayers was saying and what the girl was saying about him being married. She went over and listened to Mark D's. This is May. That was back in March, 2 months prior. Do that make sense? Do that make sense? They been protesting and marching at this point. Because remember, the phone call in March, she said that they was down there protesting in front of the courthouse. That's why I said pay attention to these dates of these phone calls, as they should have been. That's her family. You're more annoyed that the family is speaking up for their loved one versus, man, why they keep saying that? Why they keep attaching your name to this little girl? Well, what's really good? He wasn't bullying. They were just too compliant. No, why they fell for his bullying is because they were weak and just wanted any jingle of a man. Well, Kizzy definitely knew the end. She definitely did. So now it's making me say on this call just that little bit. Just that little bit. What irritated you about their family? This is how I know you're a messed up individual. It strikes me with her character. Are you irritated because her family's protesting and speaking out? What is wrong with that? Because I don't see nothing wrong with that versus this monster's name is attached to a 13-year-old girl missing. But that hasn't stopped you once. And remember, the first call was in March when you said they was protesting.
And how expect somebody else I don't know when the court is? I told you I'd go back next month. Hello? Hello?
I told you I'd go back next month. He's so calm because he wants to hear what Kizzy has heard. Remember, he has no connection from what we got so far with Shannon anymore from these phone calls. She has to keep him up because they're not going to tell him everything, that where they're going and who they're. He no longer has Shannon to keep him up to date. She irritates me. She said any kind of man. The way he used to shut the combo down when they would report what they heard, should have seen red flags. I agree, Miss Nay. And I get what you're saying, SP. I do. Hey, Mia, baby. She irritates me so bad. Yeah, I got what you said. You're going to bully me from jail. I think not. And you want to record it. You heard me. But I get what SP is saying. They don't think like us. Remember, these are women with trauma. Different trauma than what I think we've dealt with. If you've dealt with it. This is on a whole nother level. That's how you know Shannon knows and is involved. Why you say that? Hey, Ronita, baby, what's been going on?
Hello, I told you I'd go back next month. I know you told me. I'm not saying you lied to me about it or whatever.
Pay attention. He said, I already told you I'll go back to court next month. I know. And I ain't saying you lining up. So why did you bring, if he already told you that he got court next month, what are you irritated about? And why are you bringing it up? Hey, JS. Hurt people, hurt people.
I'm just saying, just telling you what's being said. They talking about coming back to St. Murphy Home doing what they did when you went to court the first time, the last time.
What she say? Didn't I tell y'all, if y'all pay attention, that nah, I'm just telling you what's been. That's why he kept you around, you goofy. You traumatized goofy. No, I'm just telling you what was said. They going back to Frank Murphy like they did the first time. They don't show y'all that 2 months after the first time you called and said her family was down there with posters and billboards and stuff, and his name was circulating. Hey, Rishi, baby, what's going on, sister? For some reason, I believe Dizzy Kizzy knew from the beginning what he was sitting her buck-eyed ass up there telling her daughter's business. She definitely sick in the head. And this kind of now makes me look at the theory of why people feel like Kizzy knew something. You lacing him up about what's going on about him being a pedophile. Not a dope dealer, gun smuggler. No, I know, baby. I know. I'm just telling you what's being said. Keeping him up. Jarvis is not calling Shannon, but calling Kizzy too slick. No, what's going on outside? He already put that pimp girl in him. She knew deep down in her heart Jarvis did what he did. I believe that. And I ain't even heard this full conversation, but it's given. It's given.
The first time, the last time this was gonna happen, when I told you it was outside. I'm so sick of this nigga, whoever he is, man. I'm just sick of his ass. Well, if he got something to do with it, the baby mama people is doing it too. I'm just so sick of this shit. I don't know.
He said he's so sick of Mark D. I'm so sick of this nigga. Why? Because somebody bought a... How y'all get mad at people? See, he wasn't mad at him. He was mad at the exposure. You could be mad at Mark D because people bought him some information pertaining to this missing 13-year-old child. And when Mark D got that story, it turned out to be bigger than just a 13-year-old child being missing. It turned out to be a whole trafficking situation, a whole pedophilia situation, pregnancies involved with these kids, and so much more. But I'm so sick of this nigga. Why? Because Mark D opened up Pandora's box. Mark D definitely opened up Pandora's box when he bought the 40 years of CPS. Because it not only just exposed Jarvis, it exposed Shannon and Annette and the family dynamic and how long this has been going on. And how far back pedophilia ran rampant, from Charles and Lady to Annette even being pregnant at the age of 11. If they ain't opening Pandora's box, hey, I don't know what to tell y'all, but it definitely, the 40 years of CPS, Kizzy knew, but she didn't outright ask him. She was scared to ask. I don't know about that, Miss May. I gotta disagree with you. Because she's lacing him up on everything pertaining to this baby in other situations and cases that he's going through. So how's that scared? She said, no, I'm just letting you know what they mean. She always let him know. Because we don't know what kind of murderer Jarvis really was. We don't really know. And she's telling him, yeah, do you know RTKP? Just putting that out there as an example. She said, what if Jarvis really did have people to help him take lives? Just asking. Does that sound like somebody that was scared? Lacing a pedophile up? But I get what you're saying, Miss Mel. You know, I'm not trying to take your opinion away from you. I get it. Facts. Hey, Candy sis, what's going on? The fact that he didn't lose his shit in a major way when being accused of such sick shit should have concerned them all. I agree with that, Miss Nate. Miss Park, I never understood why Kizzy would tell him about what the world's saying instead of having. Absolutely, Kamisha. That's how I said, that's how we know she's a disturbed soul. She ain't the only one, but she's a different kind of evil. She's the kind that if Jarvis did tell her about Naziah, I don't think she would ever say anything. Oh, between my niece ex just got 10 to 15 years for pedo against one of his daughters by another woman. But he's so sick, Mark D. But he always trying to send someone over Nay's house and send them the same people to Mark D's. What's going on, Aggie? How are you, baby? Welcome. Happy Wednesday. Hey, 80s Blessed, baby. Hey, sister. Yeah, y'all hit that like button. Tap that like button for me, y'all. Whether you like me or not, tap that like button. Because we might get more understanding of these phone calls from other people when it hits the algorithm.
I just thought I should let you know they come up.
I don't want to talk about this shit, man. I don't want to. Y'all, we're going to talk about it. I'm paying for these calls, and right now, this is something I want to talk about. That will come from somebody normal. No, we're going to talk about this because this is what's being said, and you keep going to court. So, no, I don't want to. I love you too, Miss Mel. Kizzy's dolphin head ass. Miss Nene said Kizzy's dolphin head ass didn't want to lose connection with him. I don't think no other man was checking for her funny looking ass. I don't either. If we couldn't talk about that, we wouldn't be having. Yeah, absolutely, Miss Nene. I don't want to talk to you about nothing. You must be on my other page, 80s baby.
That's when they coming down and protest again on the 25th. What they do, man? How the fuck is that? How do we talk about this shit?
Didn't I tell y'all? This is my first time. It's my first time listening to this one with y'all right now. She said, man, that shit's embarrassing. Did I not just say she was more embarrassed than she cared about? If it's so embarrassing, why continue to talk to Monster? You was embarrassed because you had little ones and people looked at you funny because they was like, I wonder if he touched her kids. And you giving me more and more to say, did he touch your kids? Because what's embarrassing? There's nothing embarrassing about you not knowing this motherfucker was a monster and you finding out and saying, okay, let me see if and once I seen that you was in denial, and every time I bring it up, you want to skip past it. I don't even want to talk about that. We'll never talk again. That's when I go into phase 2 and I got to evaluate my home and start talking to my babies like, hey, do you know the difference between good touch and bad touch? If somebody touches you down there, is that bad? Somebody touch you here, is that bad? That's phase 2, because phase 1, I tried it. You was in denial. You didn't want to talk about it. Boom. To me, you gave me an answer. Now we're here with, oh man, it's so embarrassing. Nah, ain't nothing embarrassing about it. Because you didn't know, allegedly. You're finding out here or there. We back now to May. At this point, you're in. You don't care. I don't know why you're embarrassed. You said all of the shit that you heard about him being a pedophile in March phone call when they was protesting and lacing him up and yeah. So I'm confused where the animosity and why you're so embarrassed. She said, right, deflecting. For a person who's been around Isaiah since she was 2 and supposed to have been an uncle and not knowing nothing, he could at least act like he cares. Not talking about it makes you more suspicious. She definitely didn't care because her small daughter was allowed to engage in conversation with him when he called. I know, yes. I'm still wondering how many he touched. Probably everyone he crossed. Absolutely. Absolutely. We cannot forget PB was 4. I think he felt more comfortable talking to Kizzy, so I absolutely feel like he told her something she will take with. Yeah, and I think he felt more comfortable with Kizzy because she didn't care. She didn't care. Even to say, well, you didn't tell me to give me a choice. How would you know I would leave you, Jarvis? I'm not having that kind of conversation. I have a right to know if you're a pedophile. You've been around my children. She didn't say that. She never said, well, you've been around my kids. So I need to know if you're a pedophile. She said, you don't know if I will leave you, Jarvis. Yep, Kizzy did say when she was walking her dog, a lady was looking at her funny like, Dizzy Kizzy, you don't know why. Embarrassed. What was your number in the Jarvis lineup? Okay. Just so embarrassing about Kizzy making up a Facebook TV. Her man, she's standing by his side and going to court dates. Embarrassing, yeah. Right, she stayed because she wanted to be Queen Bee. Seeing what this case had going on makes you hold your children tightly and talk with your children more. There definitely needs to be education on good touch, bad touch. Kizzy was like another Shannon Tim, and she didn't care. I agree. There's no damn way I would be talking to him as soon as I heard about him and his lifestyle, shaking my head. But I agree, Goddess. I agree. And Candy, you are so right, but I'm just saying, I totally agree.
I call it better come at the ball. Here now. Therefore, come get your phone.
Now we on the phone. Yeah, I called Mark D's ass Kermit the Frog. Jarvis said he don't want to talk about the pedo charges. He don't want to talk about them protesting about their 13-year-old missing loved one. Yeah, I call it. Let me get on the hate train too. He would only got one funded phone call from me, and that would have been for me to cuss his ass out and never answer again. After an accusation like that, he could. Miss Nay, nothing. You and Mark look alike, girl, the nerve.
I think he never had no podcast. That's why his podcast is fucked up.
Actually, Mark D did a good one with that because it exposed you. It didn't fuck up his podcast. It opened Pandora's box to all y'all dirty little secrets. Even Detroit's justice system secrets. We found out a lot about Kim Worthless. Thick tongue having ass. We found out a lot. We found out that it was CPS involved with letting you loose in the lion's den of Annette's house. We found out about Charles touching Lady early years on. And we're not going to forget about that other interview I had showed of Mark D doing that interview with Caramel, where the two alleged nieces said they wanted to stay, and Annette told them, well, let Charles handle his business and y'all can stay. It opened Pandora's box, okay, to everything. My niece is seeing a therapist because she knows she's been with the past. She's emotional every time I talk to her. I told her it's not a reflection on her because she stayed away from him once she found out. That's so sad. Prayers to her.
They never had nothing going on with this fucking podcast, man. Just gonna keep playing with me. They said they made a whole group out of that bullshit. It's a whole group of that good. A whole group. Yeah, motherfuckers trying to keep playing with me, man. I hate the motherfucker to keep playing with me. Man, how much shit being said, I'm like, what?
It's so much shit being said. I'm like, man, you on the phone with the pedophile, lacing him up. But nothing that's being said, all the shit that's being said, ain't coming in here as a mother to protect her kids, which I know you're holding secrets. You're holding secrets, maybe even of your own. It ain't got to particularly be Naziah. You're just holding secrets. Because ain't no way all this shit being said about him being a sicko. And I'm like, man. And I'm calling my boyfriend. She's just like Jarvis, yes. And you know, it take a pedophile to know a pedophile. Hey, Thomas, what's going on?
Weak ass nigga, you don't even keep with the bullshit, weirdo ass nigga. They put the other nigga.
But you mad at Mark D for what the family came and told him. You're mad at Mark D for having a podcast where he touches on a little bit of everything in Detroit. And because the family indulged to tell Mark D what was going on, you're mad at Mark D.
And thanks for that shit, because he came and did the same shit, coupled with some shit, and they put his ass away. He was already on probation.
She said Mark D basically did the same shit. And they put him on probation. So who are you to speak on Jarvis and Basically what she's saying, Mark D. She said you did the same shit and they put you on probation. So how are you doing this? This is crazy. That's why I said Pandora's box was open, because the evangelist, I've been meaning to go back and play his live too, that I did this interview with. And he was mad at Mark D. He was like, I don't know who Mark D think he is, calling somebody a pedophile, because he's one too. What about the that little recreational group that he had with the boys? And I was like, what? So it's like the first time I've heard it. The evangelist said it first. See, I don't know when Mark D opened Pandora's box if he knew what was going to consist, because Pandora's box ain't nothing but evil. Dark secrets coming out, skeletons falling out the closet, and leaving people like us to go, what? Wait, he was a pedophile? Wait. What? She said, yes. She said, oh, Jarvis was everywhere in Detroit. Wait, Jarvis calling some word is insane.
Why you sitting up there talking about I can't talk about this on Facebook, everybody meeting shit. I just want to know, how y'all doing these clickbaits? How y'all know when the niggas never nigga clickbait is? Is that in the courtroom down there? It's somebody talking for real.
How y'all know when he, the same way you do? The same way you keeping up with it, they had a open up Pandora's box. It was bought to him. So he started talking about it, Kizzy. And the information he was receiving was more telling than what he thought. It was this kid, that kid, this kid, that kid, over there, this kid. It wasn't just about Naziah. It, again, opened up questions for everybody to be like, wait, her mama was touched too by the mama hut. Oh, you know what? Oh, the mama was 11 when she got pregnant? Hold the fuck up. Hold up. Wait a minute. Hey, LaQuanda, what's going on, sister? Yep, that was a word on the curb, and they said Mark D had a run-in with CPS too. I don't know about all this, just nasty. I wonder if Kizzy ever told Shannon was there on talking about it too. She literally confirmed Jarvis. Yeah, but remember, Tiana, y'all got to remember, when she mentioned about Shannon, she was only concerned about babies and marriage. It's public record with you Muppet face looking ass. You know what? Kizzy weird ass, baby. It definitely made you wonder. It definitely aroused a lot of questions and made us, that's what made us go down the rabbit hole. That's what made us go down the rabbit hole. Absolutely, guys. Grab a super sticker, a super chat. You know what I'm saying? Don't forget to bring jackets out there, which is a membership. You know, wintertime is coming in. You're going to need somewhere to come and get warm. You know what I'm saying? With some good storytelling and, you know, helping me break down these cases.
That shit was put me in the I ain't really pissed the fuck, but I'm like, damn, how y'all know this? Like, damn, I thought she was cut.
She said she ain't even pissed about it. Dizzy Kizzy said, hey, I'm not even pissed about it. He's like, he keep wanting to stop talking about it, but she wants to. And she said, I ain't even pissed about it. Why are you not? Because now it's got me thinking that you've been knowing. Or was suspect about his behavior.
Bullshit, man. It's like, damn. Like, y'all taking it to the extreme. I'm going overboard. Like, man, what the? Like, you act like the motherfucker's a murderer or something. I didn't even see that. That's what. Say all inmate calls may be monitoring and recording and staff. Inmate calls.
He said, damn, I ain't even see that. That all jailmate calls are being recorded. So you didn't realize that in May? You're just realizing that in May when it's a recording that says that to you? I mean, we both heard on each line. You heard on your side and I heard on mine. I think she was not so mad everybody knew. She know it's true. I think she was mad that everyone knew. Absolutely, Tiana. That's what she was mad about. Thank you, Leisure, for being a member for 13 months. He's letting you know to shut up. Leisure, thanks for being a member for 13. Yeah.
The attorneys request to be examined for recording. The request is sent right into the sheriff. And he is busy. When they put this in the how you do that? Everybody know that. I say everybody should know that.
Absolutely, Candy. All right, SB. Be careful. Have a good day.
Hello.
Be quiet. Shit done hit the fan, so somebody done bought him. It's not the phone call. He's asking somebody in the cell, when did they bring it? Well, everybody should know that. But they bought it specifically to his pod saying that all calls will be sent for recording and monitoring to the sheriff's office. In that pod. She said, hello? Why are you so quiet? Because he going to say everybody should know that, so then why are you so quiet? Because he knows that nobody... Yeah, I ain't never got that letter. Much as I done been to jail, I ain't never seen nothing like that. And we know that for the phone call, but just getting a notification in the cell, in the pod, that our pod phone calls are going to the sheriff's office. He said, that's weird. And it said they're recording even attorney calls. He said, that's weird. How y'all gonna even record attorney calls? Because your case was different, sir. Your case was real evil and different. Hey, Key Bucks, what's going on?
I know that they record your calls. I
He nervous. Jarvis is tongue-tied. She said, you didn't know that? You know that? You ain't stupid. You know they record phone calls. It's hitting different. It's hitting different because something about that notification that just hit that pod hit him. That's why he said, that's weird. She's like, but you ain't stupid. Like, why are you? I'm interested now in all the phone calls. What has been said? They was listening to them calls, boy. Sometimes I wonder if he ghosted Dina because she may have played a role in this. She was also mad and refused to cooperate. I haven't got there yet. Hey, Cub, what's going on? She said, clock it. Thank you, Mia, for being a member for a month.
don't understand why they put that up there.
Didn't I say that? Didn't I just tell y'all that? Didn't I just say that? They don't put notifications like that in pods. You know that you only get that from jail calls because you heard the recording. Securus has nothing to do with the jail. That's just who they're contracted with for people to make calls. And he's like, yeah, that's weird. because they posted it in his pod. Huh? Again, thank you, Cut. Thank you, Mia. She said, so they never cared about this baby being missing. No. No, Mia. They never did.
No way, man. You calling people, man, and all that, and arguing, none of that shit.
He said, I ain't finna argue or none of that shit. It's got him thinking, what? Yeah, he said, I ain't even finna be arguing. He thinking about this ish now. Man, this call's interesting, I see. I also noticed Nazaya had a picture in front of the shower curtain. It just so happened Finna has the same one in her background. And also the phone the fiance was speaking on, Shannon having. Yes. Because remember everybody was saying when they see that picture with Nazaya with that red cover that Shannon got when she was pregnant. So that's crazy that she said Jarvis has Shannon's phone, because that would mean that Nazaya once had that phone too. Nazaya has a picture with the same phone. She definitely does.
I'm trying to argue about. That's why I said I don't be doing no arguing or none of that shit. I hate that shit.
He said, that's why I don't be wanting to hear none of this shit. He said, that's why I don't want to hear none of this shit. His whole tone has changed, y'all. He's talking about food. He's hungry.
I'm not doing so ass. How you gonna be in here and you just came in? I know you peed outside. You took his ass home. Girl, leave it alone. I'm gonna beat your ass. Yes, I'm about to beat your ass. Because first of all, you went through all kind of this fucking house, man. For real. The dog just pissed in the house? Yeah, she got baby in here. He peed where? No, by the you just seen him do it?
He trying to blame the kids for peeing. Did you see him do it? Where he pee at? Jarvis nervous. They don't put that in there. She said poor Tamara was always getting yelled at. You were, child. She's dysfunctional. She's the dysfunction of it all. Yes, I went digging and screenshotted it. It was making him sick. Absolutely, Love Jones. She said, Tiana, wait, what? Yeah, y'all. Remember, if y'all go back to Shanitra's phone call about when Tashiana was talking about, she just found out that Shannon had his phone because she went and found that screenshot. And Jarvis was trying to convince her. I never let nobody use my phone. I never let nobody use my phone. And remember that picture that was shown way before the phone calls ever come out? This was like a year ago. When the text messages came out and people were saying that Nazaya was using Shannon's phone and she had that picture with the same red case. See, a lot of this is already been out there. Like the phone, we thought it was Shannon's phone, but Tashiana's like, I know your phone. That was your phone. And he was trying to convince her that it wasn't. Jarvis is, y'all, he's nervous. And remember, Shanicia them didn't do the calls in order. They're just putting them out there, I think. I want to say that I think they're just putting them out there. That's why I told my moderators, write down the dates of these phone calls. Write down the live of the phone calls too. So when y'all go back and look, you know what I'm saying? We don't have to go through, I don't remember, let me look through, and you got to go back through all these lives and try to find that one specific phone call. This is May the 3rd.
I don't know. I should have really put me up. Yeah. Put that shit back. That's enough.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to be as ass when I put the phone. And your bitch ass with the page. I'll say, man, I got you when I get off this phone. Sometimes. They got the house. I don't know how to play with, man. They don't want to fuck with you. Real long. I don't know how to play. I don't know how to. Yeah, I'm working real on that shit. They got their own teams and shit, man. They don't like playing with me. I wish I had to fucking put that. Well, that's it.
Oh, your frustration with finding out more and more about Jarvis turned you into hitting the dog. He absolutely stupid because he also said the kids would use Shannon's phone, so he didn't know who he was texting. Absolutely. I think he knew he was cooked the minute the house got raided. Yeah, I think so, but I think this just really hit home for him. I really think that this right here hit home for him. Like, many times Jarvis been in jail, like they posting notifications like this on the wall, like where they come from, and Kizzy's trying to stay number one. It's sad. Miss Jan, he knew he was cooked when they questioned his shook mouth ass. Being on that dog shit, Nene, I mean, her mouth is brutal. I know Jarvis wish he never had turned himself in. I wonder if he would have fled. That's a good question.
Yeah. Get your ass to doing stuff the same thing. Why not like that? Because I just whooped his ass. That's my mouth. When they doing it. I'm talking about. You just took yourself out. Was he chained up outside? No, because we closed that outside. When really get go outside and use the bathroom, he be on his reach. He goes down in there, of course you know he got down there and cook some shit. He cooked some shit. I don't understand what the problem was today. Why he was doing that.
I really think if Jarvis knew, I really think in their mind they really thought that they had got away with murder. I really think that they feel like they got away with murder. They got away. They was gonna get away with it. Like nobody heard anything by the time I was going in. Nobody came and questioned me or nothing. So I really feel like, and Shannon had his back and stuff. So I think he really felt like, in the sense that they got away with it. They was getting away with murder. Like it would never come up. How he hit her and things like that and stuff like that. It was never gonna come into fruition.
Well, he got that ass beat.
Absolutely tired on this one.
My house would not smell like no cat or no dog. It don't even smell like cat or cat downstairs. In the basement. Downstairs smell like that cat too. It don't smell like that down there. It do not smell like that. The cat is out now? No, it don't.
So she got cats and dogs, baby. Jarvis said downstairs smell like cat. Jarvis said downstairs smell like cat. My house would not be, you know what I'm saying? Yes, it does. What's about it? That's a good question, LaQuadra. I agree, Kamisha.
I need one right now.
She said she need a drink. Jarvis said, I need one right now. We know you do. Because at this point, again, Jarvis is nervous. Jarvis is very nervous. For a reason, which makes me interested in a little bit more. What has he said and done to make him so nervous? Because if you haven't said anything over these phone calls like that, shit won't matter. I know the calls get recorded. Like, I ain't said shit. But he didn't even want to talk about them protesting or nothing. That's how she was saying. She's like, and the shit that they were saying, he didn't want her to repeat it at that point because he knew. He knew. It will lead them to Mark D's lives.
I ain't talking about that damn bad.
And remember, Mark D's lives eventually got him and Roxy called in for questioning. Got them called in where they said you're hindering the investigation. How? What was really going on?
Be miserable with no life, man. How they do it. I feel like they're tampering. They're doing the most. You're tampering too much. You're doing too much. You're saying too much. They ain't even know shit. I agree.
She said, like, I feel like they tampering. You doing too much and you saying too much. She said, I feel like they tampering. He said, I agree. Which makes me interested. And not just the phone calls, the video calls. Remember, hit the tablet, call me on the tablet. No, I don't want to talk on her.
Y'all treat somebody like a motherfucker murderer. I ain't listening to none of that shit.
How do we know? Y'all confirming on this very phone call to us that they did that because of Jarvis. I mean, hell, you're in there with how many inmates? How many inmates? But they're treating you like you're a effing murderer. I know, man. He said, but my thing is on some shit that be just confidential. Nothing in jail is confidential. Sound like she's trying to protect this motherfucker, yeah. In my opinion, they were opening up people's eyes to this situation. Yeah.
That's the real tea, baby.
She said, they treat you like you're a murderer. I do because he got the stuttering. Jarvis got the stuttering y'all real bad. And Kizzy so much trying to protect him, like you said, Miss Nay. She didn't even pick up on it. She didn't even pick up on it.
My court date, how y'all niggas over? They know that. It's in there. They definitely know that. That's why I'm like, who the fuck told them that? You told somebody else? Somebody else you told? No. You told them that baby dad? That baby mama?
Once you got a court date, Kizzy, you goofy bitch. She worried about who he told. Oh, did you tell your baby mama? The family's loved one is missing, you goofy bitch. So, of course, the family kept up with the court dates the same way we did. You look in the system. When you go to court for one, they tell you when the next court date is. Now he's glitching. Hey, Nukes, what's going on? Oh, wow, she said you told somebody else. She ain't studying nothing else. Oh, you told somebody else that you go to court on the 25th? I don't think I ever heard him say I didn't do this shit. I only heard him say that ain't got shit to do with me. That's what he said, now. He's going to be ready to get off the phone with her. It's okay to be a pedo, but they can't treat him like an artery. Bitch, bye. Come on, girl. Hey, boss lady, what's going on, sister?
Somebody knows something. Well, that love popped up too, but I believe that love shit. I said, what else shit popped up too? I said, the other shit popped up too. What? That little girl mama popped up too. They found her too. They what? They found her. She was like, they said she was an old cracker or some shit. What? They found her. Found her what? What? They found her to let her know her daughter was missing or whatever.
There you go. There you go. Ain't got nothing to do with me. I thought he said he wasn't talking about that. She's a setup bitch, too. Thank you for the gold coin, sis. Thank you for the silver star. She's a setup bitch. The fact that he said he don't want to talk about it, and I think they said something else, too. What they say? Of course he wants to know. They said that they found her mama, too, and, yeah, they let her know her daughter was missing. You so want to be into the mix, but that was so old. Because if you would have read Roxy and Shannon's messages, which was out there at that time, about Lady being in town. But hey, he heard found her and almost fainted. Yeah, he did. That's a good one, Lavish. That's a good catch. That's a good catch. I can barely listen to her calls. I get heated. She said Lisa Wilson, that's my supervisor name. He thought she was gonna say they found the mama deceased.
Yeah, I never done that. But everybody said so. I said other shit said so. You said what? Other shit said so. Like them telling. Other shit said so. You said other shit said so. Other shit. Like them telling you do. That's what I'm trying to say. I want to get all, because we don't need to. I'm just saying.
She said other shit says, man, I don't want to hear that shit. What? Hey, Kenola. Y'all drop Kenola's link, okay? I hope all of them know a day of never know a day of peace again. He already knew Lady was in town because Naziah seen her before she went missing. I mean, allegedly. Come on, guys. They said she took her to get her hair done. Things that make you go, Things that make you go, There's a lot of lies being told throughout this situation. She's still talking. Yeah, Latasha. We don't know that town. He ready to call her back. Let me call you right back. She said a lot. This notification done came and got posted in our cell. She done brought up Lady's name. It shook him. They found Lady and told her this daughter was missing. It shook him. All right. Man, this phone call got me questioning a lot. That's not alleged, sis. Remember, Annette testified she came to see us, what she said. When that fiance mentioned that jacket they took as evidence, he almost went into cardiac arrest. He's like, I didn't know she had a Looney Tune jacket. When the fiance mentioned that the jacket they took as evidence, he almost went into cardiac arrest. Yep. He ready to call her back. He young got nervous. Jarvis got nervous on this call.
You idiot! Didn't you notice the razor sharp?
Now I'm going to take you back to April the 12th, 2024, where Jarvis had a brief conversation with Nate to make sure she's keeping her word. Then we'll fast forward just over 2 weeks to April the 27th, 2024, where Jarvis had a much more interesting conversation with a 52-year-old woman we've referred to as North Carolina. Now, this call takes place just days before he appears in court. Now, North Carolina had recently sent Jarvis a message letting him know she has started talking to another man. Jarvis wanted her to know it wasn't something he needed to hear. If you recall from previous jail calls, Jarvis and North Carolina had apparently dated when they were younger before losing touch for nearly 20 years. When they reconnected, North Carolina was no longer living in Detroit and had since moved to North Carolina. Despite the distance, the two started talking every day, but North Carolina was always concerned that Jarvis would eventually put her in the friend zone. Now, even with these concerns, she continued pursuing the relationship and eventually made it clear that she wanted to be more than just friends. The two often ended their conversations by telling one another, "I love you." Now, according to North Carolina, everything changed after Jarvis surrendered. She says he suddenly stopped communicating with her, leaving her confused about where they stood. That ultimately led her to tell Jarvis she has started talking to another man. Now, as you're about to hear, Jarvis tells her he didn't need to know she had been talking to someone else before reminding her that they're just friends. He then says he needs clarity about where they stand, even though North Carolina believes she had already made her intentions clear in previous calls that we've heard. Now, if you've been following these jail calls, then you may also realize that how he responds to North Carolina talking to a different man is completely different than how he's responded to the other women. Listen to this.
Wayne County Jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. The inmate has requested that you pay for this call. If you don't wish to talk, hang up now.
Yep, Miss Night.
Thank you for using Tommy.
I am Mama Twerk. Thank you for being a member for 10 months.
Hello. Yeah, what's going on? Well, we had to go to the store, get me some Canada, buy what you take that day of Jarvis. Company gone. Huh? Company left. I never had no company. That's the problem, Jay. I keep telling you, you just think I just say that. I'm telling you, this shit is crazy. I'll be at home by myself. I don't have nobody. Stop yelling at me. I don't have nobody.
The bitch, I'm sorry. I ain't gonna call you actually. She just told him she was sick. The girlfriend at work, I tried to take time now to help me. I not feel good, Jay. Oh, your company left? I by myself, JT. That's the problem. You always accuse me, and I do nothing. I don't got nobody. Okay? How many conversations got to be the same before you really just get agitated? And I ain't answering just off of that, because I know about the little girl missing too, because they called me in, but for questioning. But at this point, okay, I'm just saying, LaQuanda, I came in at the right time at Dimples. The girl just answered the phone. I tried to take it out. I got to cut the different work, and I know he didn't say, "What's wrong? Is the Tylenol helping? Are your company left?" I don't got nobody. DJ, every time you talk, I don't repeat thing over and over. I don't got nobody. I don't have no company, nobody been out of my house or nothing. Day. I don't got nobody, Jay. Damn.
I wish you could understand it. Stop. Stop that. I don't have nobody. I keep telling you I don't have nobody come check up on you. Okay, stop yelling. If I did, I really have to come out in the fucking grave and go get some damn Tylenol for my pain. Come on now, dude. What did you say? Stop yelling. Stop that. Stop that shit. Did you get my message?
This sick motherfucker, boy, I tell you, he was a sick one. Jarvis was sick on so many different levels. After accusing the girl, stop, just stop. What I say? Now, every time, no, you told me, and you do what he said to my face, Jay. I not to tell you, I don't got nobody, Jay. Every time you call my phone, a company left, hey, a company left, and I don't got nobody, Jay. Stop that. You get my message? What the fuck? All of this, what? And she gonna come back and say, God didn't get your badge. When you said that. But you got to accusing me, Jay, because I don't got nobody. I don't got no family. I don't got no friends. I just go work home. I be so exhausted, Jay. Stop. I'm just asking. I think he always started arguments with Nate because he really didn't want to talk to her. He was just keeping in contact with her for that money. Absolutely, Arshel. Absolutely. Without a shadow of a doubt. Jarvis was a womanizer. He knew them well. He knew exactly what they wanted her to make it seem like he cared. Absolutely, Shavon. She didn't hold that ninja up, though. I think she did. Financially, he was very much a narcissist. Am I lying? I love you, Jane. He knew that accusing her would trigger her. He knew her condition, punk ass. What I say, Tracy, I'm just saying. I'm just going what I'm perceiving, y'all. Now, if y'all took something different, I ain't mad at y'all. That's just what I'm hearing.
Did you get my message? Did you get my messages? You got mine. I put the money on your food. Hold on a second. Put 150 on your food.
She put money.
Hello?
Look, soon they said, you did my matching. I put mine on your bug. He said, hold on 1 second. Hello? Did you get my mess? Hello? Jarvis trying to see if he got that 150, baby. He heard money got sent on his books. Hold on. Let me go check. Okay, I'll take Dimples. I'll let it go. Hey, Mr. Vila.
Hello? Yeah. What was it? I put 150 on your food.
Help me reach my goal.
What you did? Yes, I did. Thank you. Where you at now? About to run to the party. With got those countries too. If I did have that, I wouldn't be out here in the somebody in the pain. I said, okay. I said, no, I'm fixing somebody exactly back like everything. I just want to make sure you was alright.
That's why I'm saying you got tired. That's why I out here in pain and damn rain. Put my on your butt and you accusing me every time I don't feel good. I take my hair in the damn rain and pain and you got tired. I'm saying. Take your time, be safe, Love Jones. I'm sorry, Leisure. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm gonna call you back. He done got his money. He done seen, and it's 150. And it's 150. Okay, I'm gonna fix you something. He got excited. Calls can continue to roll and he can send a little to Tashiana. Cause that's the only one he was sending money to. Kissy them, the caller has requested that you pay for this call. Hey, Jarvis. And with her, I don't feel good. I thought to tell her because the girlfriend ain't working. He said, I would just call and check on you. You ain't check on her. We ain't heard you say you good or nothing. Oh, now that you got the 150, you want to know if she's okay. You just want to check on her. We never heard that. We never heard it. Thank you, Arshel, for the Uncle Alert. Thank you. And thank you, Didi Baby, for stopping in. Erica, am I line?
Yes. Nice. Did you get my message? I forgot I didn't have something to eat my message. Whatever. I love you. Love you too.
Whatever. I love you too. But whatever. I done walked in pain. And it rained. To put my on his book, he don't need to care about me. I so tired. That I walk in the rain in pain. Take time now because the dope ain't working and they had to. The humiliation of it all. He had different birds for different things. Well, damn. Thank you, Leisure. Thank you. We all know how they phone calls are gonna go. They was never again. Nothing that gave me situationship. It wasn't. These was all kizzy to keep up with what's being said. Not now. Not since the May. phone call. Okay? Because they don't put that post in here and they even listening to me and the attorneys. When they put that in here, nigga. Huh? Oh, I ain't stupid. I've been, you ain't know, nigga. They been recording. Yeah, I know they recording our calls. Nervous as hell. Then she dropped a lady on her. That was interesting, wasn't it? Pull a tink tink. I really want to know how these girls are doing right now today. Embarrassed. Trying to act relieved, but embarrassed. Embarrassed. Humiliated.
Actually, call an inmate at Wayne County Jail. This call is subject to recording and monitoring. The inmate has requested that you pay for this call. If you don't wish to talk,
Sorry,
then let me know.
He spent his days wiping windshields at the traffic lights.
Hello, who you can tell me?
Yes, Amar.
Hello? Hey, how you? I'm alright. Not really, but you, really? No, because I don't think you're being fair to me right now. What did I do wrong? What did I being fair? What did I say? What did I do? Well, you hit me with the, I should have stopped when you like trying to turn it back around on me, and that's not it. Like I told you my situation in the beginning. I told you man, a lot of shit was going on, and I told you.
Now, North Carolina done sat her old ass down somewhere. And it probably took 2 months and a Sunday to hit her. So she going way, way, way back into time. I just thought about it. You said that I should have found you and man, say, you done talking about Dennis's bed being a king size. You done moved it around with your old ass. I'll go and wait on Dennis to help me, but he didn't come in on time. So I just said, let me go on and move Dennis's bed and stuff like that. And I was going to make me a pot of beans and some cornbread and put some hammocks in it. But I had to move that bed. And now you want to go back to, man, way back in the time. Am I lying? He's like, man, I told you my situation a long time ago. Like, he's even confused. He even confused why you bringing up this old ass phone call. Shit, last time I've been listening to you say you was gonna make a pot of beans and everything been all good. Now you want to talk about this old shit. I'm saying, Valerie, thank you, Arshel, for the flower.
And I was back and forth with some things. So therefore, when I talked to you, man, when I was able to reach out to you, hold on 1 second. Hello? Yeah. So explain it to me, man, when you feel I'm not being fair. No, because I've tried to, I'm not familiar with how to use that system that they got in there now. And I put your name in there and nothing came up at first. So I didn't know where you were. I just didn't talk to you for 6 whole months. And I didn't know what the hell was going on. I didn't think that you was locked up because I would have thought that I would have got a phone call from you the moment you got locked up. And then you was on the phone talking every day for the whole last year and a half. So how do you get locked up and then I'm not one of your first phone calls?
Mr. Bob done came through, the mechanic done came through, knocked her down. Smoking a cigarette. You know, you deserve a good man. You know what I'm saying? You deserve somebody to be there for you. Not to get jail, you know what I'm saying? Not one of them youngins. Give it this old buck. I fix your carburetor. It's a boy, you know. Keep this, yeah, let the young buck go. Let me come through, bring a little box wine. Mr. Bob done took her through there. So now she don't know how to cut Jarvis off and just say, hey, Jarvis, I'm with Bob, and, you know, if we would have talked early on and I didn't run into Bob when he was fixing my carburetor, then I think it could have still been me and you. Okay? What's going on, Hip Hop and Chill podcast? Y'all drop Hip Hop and Chill podcast link for me, okay? But she done took it way, way back in the time.
How do you get locked up and then I'm not one of your first phone calls? And if you felt that way, you should have just expressed that. And I could have maybe give you a little bit clarity, man, on what was what. But I thought when I talked to you, man.
And remember, her old ass done had a dream. Yeah, Dennis went to bed last night early, and I remembered that you remember that time you recorded me, and I had dreamed that I remember that tape when you recorded me, and I had that dream, and I turned my TV up real loud. I turned my TV up real loud because Dennis in the next room. I ain't need Dennis hear me in here. Listen to tape. Yeah, that dream was real good. And I ain't do nothing I ain't do nothing sexual. But I thought about that tape, and you looked at that shit. And you played with that old cat. You know? Did that my line, y'all? That's how you know Miss Bob came down and took her through there. Took a couple of cobwebs down. Not all of them, but a couple. She ain't think about that. You just had a dream, like Martin Luther King. And it consisted of Jarvis taping your old ass, getting it in. And you had to turn your TV up. So you turn your TV up because of turning the TV up and interrupt the wet dream, won't? Now you looked at that. You watched it. And you play with that old twat. He was like, well, what you do? Tell a predator what you did when you went back and listened to that tape. I just turned TV up because I knew Dennis was in the next room. I don't want Dennis heard my sex tape. Nah, you want Dennis hearing you play with that cat. So this is normal. The fuck?
Just express that, and I could maybe give you a little bit clarity, man, on what was what. But I thought when I talked to you, man, when I was able to actually get a hold of you, man, and able to reach out to you, man, that I explained that to you. But that's the law. You just kind of said the same thing you're saying now, which is a lot that's going on. But exactly a lot was going on. I told you, man, that I was unable to reach out to anybody at that moment, man. So I was really doing like third party shit.
He told your ass he was young at the time. He was in his teens. Remember how they try to mix the story up because he remembered. He was just a teen. When you try to get at him, Cougar. It's Freddy Krueger pussy. When Freddy Krueger was trying to give him that pussy, he was a teen. He wanted to mess with kids. And you wasn't his type. He likes kids. And you was way out of his league because, it's that time. You was a pedo too. Y'all tried to change it up to the dates. Like she thought about what she was saying and was like, no. Remember I was 30 and you were, You 10 years older than me, all right? But he said teen. He wasn't ready for that. Because he was a monster then. He was predatorizing then. But she don't remember all that. She don't remember the wet dreams and her being a predator, her damn self. Because we can't change what's being said. And we can put it all together, but it don't change the fact that she wasn't adding up. He said he's a teen. When you're 20, you're not a teen. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. When you're 20, you're called a young adult. Never a teen. What we going to say? Oh, Jarvis thought, thank you, Jesse. Thank you, Jesse, for the gold coins. North Carolina was weird. Now she throwing that Kit Kat bar. Baby, that was a Baby Ruth. That was a Baby Ruth. That wasn't no Kit Kat bar, baby. That was a Baby Ruth.
You're doing like third party shit. You understand what I'm saying? So you had to reach out who I needed to reach out to. And then when I was able to get situated, man, and all the riffraff was out of the way, I reached out to you. Well, that was a long time to not hear from you. I didn't know what the hell happened. And okay, now so you're telling me I was being unfair. Well, I was being unfair. Well, because you said now, like, okay, I'm doing this to you again, and this and that and the other, and it's like, what do you mean? Like, I'm not doing no such a thing. I always tell you the truth about what's going on, and I just felt like I should let you know that, but it wasn't because it's anything of it. I just felt like it's because the way you put it out there, and that's why I so understand, because you said, you said what you said, and then you made it. You made a reason why the way you did it. Oh, because I ain't talked to you in 6 months, and who did that, and this is that, and if you ain't gonna talk to me, let me know now. What type of shit is that? That was unfair. That was the wrong approach, don't you think?
See, he's such a narcissist. He thinks that calling her, then dropping her for 6 months, that her old ass was supposed to just wait around for him to call her. Hell, after a month, I've not heard from a dude. Hell, for me, it take about a week or two. I give you a week because anything could happen. But after a couple of weeks and stuff like that, maybe even 3 weeks, I'm done. I'm done. It ain't that I'm moving on or anything. I'm just like, you know what I'm saying? And it's got to be a hell of an excuse. And I need documentation at this point. Because she's too old for the games at this point.
Maybe it's just the way I take it. It's better. I talk on the phone. I received it the way you put it out there. I took it in the way you put it out. No, I didn't put it out there like that. You know, no, I didn't. But I did. It's one thing to tell me. You know, it may have slipped your mind yesterday because you hadn't talked to me in a while, so I get that part. But you know, when you did decide to open up your fucking mouth and tell me what you decided to tell me, is then you place blame after that. You know what I mean? Like, oh, it's your fault the way that this happened, and because I didn't do this and because I didn't do that, you know, it went down this way. Well, it kind of did, because it's like you made me feel a certain way, and I don't think you acknowledging that. Let me explain something. What does that make you feel? No, because honestly, I'm not acknowledging it because of you. You made me feel like I wasn't important.
He's stuttering like a motherfucker. Look, this is the Bob taking her down through there. She don't know how to just break it off and say, hey, I'm with somebody new. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you for reaching out when you did it. Just threw me on how you just neglected me, and I didn't feel so important to you. So, you know, I was talking to somebody in between and stuff like that. So, you know, and now we're going to take it serious. And, you know, I just, you know, I felt the way. And, you know, I just, you know, instead of arguing and going back and forth with it, you know, at that time, I know you explained it, but he's stuttering and some more shit.
Because if you was reaching out with third party or whoever party, you should have reached out to me. First and foremost, were you in Michigan men to handle any of my business that I needed somebody to handle? Were you in Michigan men for me to get my kids in order? I don't have to be in Michigan. Were you in Michigan men to where I needed somebody man to go and make sure my house was okay, and make sure my taxes would be paid, and make sure my shit was secure?
He's telling her, was you there for me to use you? Was you in town for me to use you the way I needed to use you? Was you there to get my taxes in order? Was you there to make sure my kids was good? Like, nigga, what? Not your woman. She wasn't your woman. She wasn't your woman. But it's the narcissist. Well, I'm disappointed in you, North Carolina, because you're older than the bird brains that he has previously on the phone. Like, nigga, I ain't got to be there. Like, I wasn't your woman. I want your woman to take care of your kid. Why your baby mamas didn't make sure your kids was good? Why didn't the women that you was talking to in them 6 months that you ditched me make sure you was good? Those bird brain bitches could have hung up and went on with their lives, but this ragtag ass nigga got them by the pussy hairs. Fix it, Jesus. That's basically what he should. That's what she should have said to him. Like, I want your woman to be just stepping in and, you know what I'm saying, doing all of that.
Not fucking social calls. The phone I was making now were important phone calls, man, to get the shit that I needed in line to have my shit secure and make sure my children was all right. So you was on some type of limit where you only could make one phone call a day, and they had to be to them people in Michigan, because once you made those phone calls, then you was hitting on my number. Constantly back and forth. I was constantly back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And the most shit I was talking to was my fucking attorney. Does that make sense? Yeah. But then when I
Yeah. This RuPaul sounding motherfucker, boy, I tell you, girl, you have disappointed me out of all the bird brains. Yeah. I can't even talk about Nate too much. Because you're older out of all the ladies and you're sitting here. Yeah. So your argument has went defenseless. Everything you was putting down made sense up until, was you there? Was you there to make sure my kids was good? Was you there to pay my taxes? Was you there making phone calls for me? Put money on my books to make sure? I get it. It's Eeyore sounding motherfucker, boy. I'm telling you. It's sounding like, what's his name off of the Adam Family? You rang. I mean, what? That's what I'm gonna start calling her. You rang. What was his name, y'all? She ain't the North Carolina. Give me his name.
But then when I got situated, when I got settled down and the smoke fucking cleared, who did I call? Who did I reach out to?
Me.
Did I not reach out to you? Did I not give you my information? Did I give you everything that I needed to be there?
Yeah.
And it wasn't my fault. Yeah, your phone was fucked up. Your phone was fucked up. Well, you did this phone to get in touch with me. It took you this long, man, to get everything that I needed you, that I gave you in advance, man, to set up, man, to we have a line of communication with you. It took you this long, not me. I gave you everything. Well, that's because I was dealing with mama and everything that was going on. It wasn't just my phone, but I was, so it was unfair for you to say, man, I treated you like I didn't give a fuck, right?
Yeah.
I guess. And this ain't 20 years ago. We grown as fuck now. I'm grown as fuck.
Lurch.
Mm-hmm.
Dimples, leave me alone. It was Lurch.
So the way that you put it out there was the reason why I responded in the manner of what I responded. Well, that makes a little bit more sense what you're saying now, but like you said, you ain't really explain yourself to me either that good when you first said it.
Lady,
well, I've been here. Tell me that's how you did. You didn't tell me when I talked to you, when I reached out to you, that's how you felt.
it's like,
say that. Well, because I wasn't trying to do that upon my first time talking to you, but I felt how I felt. You said it to me for your first time talking to me at once, man, and that's how you feel. You decided to text me a thing. So what's the difference? Well, because now we in real communication. I wasn't in real communication with you at that time because I didn't know what was going on. My phone wasn't taking half the calls. I was dealing with all that stuff going.
last phone call we had, I told him about that dream and things like that. And then he go off and don't call me a couple more months. And now I'm sitting here thinking about this tape and I just don't, he can't do me like Bob do. And even though Bob's the mechanic and stuff, he did clean my pipes pretty good. And I did, he did leave me on dry for 6 months. You rang looking ass. Boy, I lurch. He spent some good game. It make them think maybe it was me, Jarvis. I'm sorry. And my name was, I'm sorry. I just try to take time now. I walked there in the rain and pain for you. I don't show you. I don't got no friends. I by myself. And show you, Jarvis, how much I love you. Cause I walk in the rain and pain for you. On Tylenol. Tylenol. Ain't it Tylenol? But I know you misses a letter, and it's okay. Dimples, leave me alone. Even evening, precious, my self-proclaimed daughter. How you? I'm good, mama. I'm just these phone calls are weird to me. They're like it cannot be real to me, dog. It's just not real, dog. Like at some point, this is.
Going on with mama, I'm back and forth. I may have to go to St. Louis. I'm on the phone every day dealing with Shannon with everything that was going on with her. We hospice, this, that, this. It was just crazy. It was just a lot.
He don't care how mama died.
In my world in that little month and a half since I talked to you. But yet still, man, you find it in yourself, man. Like I said, man, I ain't trying to be saying nothing, man. Your life is your life, man.
Did I say it?
You deal with who you deal with, man.
She done told him her mama's on hospice and everything. He's like, shit, I mean, I ain't trying to sound mean enough. Your life, your life. She gonna say, oh no. I ain't trying to be mean or nothing, you know what I'm saying? I ain't got nothing to do with your mama being in hospice, but your life is your life. I know. You can't make this up. Okay, Tay, what's going on, sister? I didn't know. Sound like North Carolina about to go shoot some hoops with some Nike slides on. Look, I'm fixing to block Candy. I'm fixing to block Dimples. Man, a new Tubi movie. It would be called Don't Pick Up, You Will Be Sorry. Okay? Straight up, Candy. That's a good one.
And when you deal with them. What do you mean exactly what I said?
She can't believe his ass is that sorry. To where she just said her mama was in hospital. Wait, what you mean my life is my life? You ain't, you don't care? Okay. Instead of Tay. What do you mean? He just told you. He said, I ain't trying to be mean. He don't give a fuck. I mean, I don't know what else the monster had to do. He told him, hey, I don't give a damn about your mom being in the hospital. Ain't got nothing to do with me.
You deal with who you want to deal with in your life, man. How you deal with them, whatever the case may be. He's your friend. Why are you telling me? You could just reach out to me, man. You didn't have to explain to me, man, that you met somebody. I'm your friend.
He great make her feel bad about getting piped down by Mr. Bob, the mechanic. He great make her think twice about getting it. Jarvis is waiting. Not even that you're around the corner next door or anything. You're in North Carolina. She's in Detroit. That's a ways. Okay? He can't do what Mr. Bob doing for you. He can't clean your exhaust pipes, okay? He can't wax that carburetor, okay? I love hip hop. Chill. I'm new to her channel and listen every morning. Hey girl, hey Mimi. What's going on? I'm just. He great make her feel bad about getting piped down.
Yeah, sure are. So therefore, man, what you need to tell me that? Because I didn't want to feel like I was doing something sneaky or anything. Obviously, you've been dealing with this man for the last 6 months. So this is not some repeated thing that you felt that you need to tell me. Because he's been established for a long time. So this is not something that just came about. This is something that just happened the other day.
sense? I mean, Bob do come over and clean out my exhaust pipes, but that sex tape, that sex tape meant more to her than anything. She trying to hold on. See, Mr. Bob can only come in a couple pumps. He done. You know, Jarvis was young and, you know, twisted her legs and did things so that her old ass just didn't think. Mr. Bob can't lift her legs. He lift motors and all that shit all day. That's even if he even do motors and shit now. Goddamn it, I don't do transmissions and motors, but I can get that carburetor for you. Then I'll come over and clean your pipes like, yeah. Bob can do that. Oh, Bob, you so silly. You rang. Yeah. I'm just, God is in my line. Mr. Bob can't, you know what I'm saying, have your legs this way, kind of push your leg, give you a little push back. And, that young nigga try to be pushing. Let me tell you something about them youngins. I had me one. And that youngin, baby, when I say my youngin will have you thinking that, God damn, like, what the fuck? I can do that? Because, I'm screaming out in pain like, baby, don't lift my legs too far. But I ain't telling him that, but in my mind, like, fuck. I didn't know if I was going to fart or what. I just didn't know. Bitch just pushing my leg back to the, it don't fart on this little young motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? Now you go try to put your legs on Mr. Bob's shoulder. God damn, you know what I'm saying? I can't do that, Shit, I ain't got no being gay, and Walgreens closed now. Don't do too much, Mr. Bob. Now you gonna hurt Bob. Good old Bob. I don't think I can stretch it when he, you know what I'm saying? With his good nasty ass. That part the fart, okay, Shawnee? Being honest. The Oscar goes dead. Jarvis, he's acting like he cursed so they can still, yes, Essence. Tricks and flips. Hell yeah. Shit. Now, I don't know if y'all had a youngin', but my youngin', shit. He made me feel like I was ready to go to the Olympics. I knew I can go on a balance beam and do a couple things. A bitch can't do some flips, but you know what I'm saying, bitch, Thank God my post be silent. Okay, Key? Shit. Now, Mr. Bob can't do what Jarvis done in that sex tape. So Lurch is like, I did sit back and think about it after Bob left. Because Bob ain't got that young energy to keep going and going. Your young nigga make be like, baby, go in there and give me a cup of ice water, get in the tab. You want to go again? We just got done. When Bob gonna sit back, good God, Bob done been in here for 2 minutes and he got goddamn, you know what I'm saying? Hey, kitty cat, goddamn it, kitty cat. Shit, Bob might have to give his retirement, Go on, Bob, you crazy. Shit, it just came in and you already got me. And Shawnee, I'm just saying, busting it wide open, yeah. You got to go get Bob the rag as if your ass ain't out of breath. You trying to catch, get Bob me get clean, get on home. So I gotta go do it. I gotta go do oil change in the morning. You know what I'm saying? Bob, you so crazy. Hold on. God tiptoe. Dennis be up late. I ain't drinking cold water no more when I do these lives. I'm done. It's the cold water, y'all. Splits and somersaults, okay? Hey, Shane. Definitely splits and somersaults. Definitely splits and somersaults. Like, is my leg really touching the headboard, bitch? Like, what? What? Bob ain't doing that. Bob don't want you to put your leg on that shoulder bad. Yeah, we ain't gonna do that. We ain't gonna, I changed that last oil change and kind of took the shoulder out. I've been putting some patches on her. Yeah, Bob gotta go physical therapy. Okay, Bob. Well, can you Well, how you want me, Bob? Just lay on your back. Man, that youngin' flipping you this way, that way, you know what I'm saying? Your hands is touch, you know what I'm saying? You done touched the motherfucking toes. You ain't been down in a long time touch your shoe. You can barely tie your shoes. You gotta spread your legs. Tie your shoe. But that youngin' got you doing, hey, say, shit. Yeah. No missionary. Missionary on. Cause you ride them old motherfuckers, baby, it's over. It's, as soon as you sit on top of it, it's like, goddamn, baby, you give me time. Like, goddamn, I just sat the fuck down. That's why I didn't know voters no more. I almost put my shoulder. Come on, Key. She want them back shots. Yeah. Look at somebody. Yeah. I'm just saying it's just what it is, y'all. That's why she giving Jarvis that. Jarvis said, you been there told me you fuck Bob. Why are we back here? Because she don't went back and look at that tape. As soon as Bob left, she had to finish herself off. When Bob left, she had to put in at that monster tape. I like Bob and all, you know. He do a good oil change, and I do need some wheel burns, so I gotta put this tape in. I'm just saying, Dimples.
It's been established.
Hell yeah, what's our
I mean, because I didn't want to be springing nothing like that on you. You
I'm
might
sorry.
call, and then he be over here or something like that, and I take your call. Oh, if you don't answer, you don't answer.
Well, I didn't want Bob be over because you know Jarvis called her late night. Because she don't think up. Jarvis called late night. Yeah, I didn't want Bob be over here and, you know, you call. No, I don't answer. Jarvis like, yeah, shit, as long as you keep doing what he doing, you know what I'm saying, you doing for him, he don't give a damn about Bob being over there. He don't give a damn about Bob. Bones popping. You know it. Bob done came in the room, y'all. Bob done came in the room. Yeah, Greg, get that kitty cat. Goddamn. Don't worry about that knee. Don't you worry about that knee. Don't you worry about that knee. Goddamn me. Don't you worry about that knee. Bob gonna get that knee good. He hitting that motherfucker so he get a little light back in him. Yeah, been with old motherfuckers like, fuck. I used to like old motherfuckers. So I know, young is into old motherfuckers. I'm like, fuck. A bitch needed some wheel burns, you know? Long time ago. long time ago. Bitch needs some wheel burns. God damn it, I'll pick it up, but this shit, goddamn it, but this wee gonna get hard for you. What the fuck? You don't turn, yeah. And she just laying there. She can't even feel Bob. You done? You ain't get off? Yeah. Bob feelings hurt and shit. She done looked at Bob and it's you done? You ain't goddamn you. Oh, Bob must didn't do. Bob get you next time. Bob gonna do a bigger job next time. You know what I'm saying? Bob. Yeah, Bob. Y'all that word shit. Yes, tube socks tight. Yes, up to his knees. Don't pick his feet up and shit. The rag woman, yeah, you get because you know Bob don't like cold water. Goddamn Bob. Yep. Bob drank cold water. Goddamn Bob don't want to put that cold water on his wee wee. You got that water. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good. What the fuck? Why I do this with Bob? Currently, leave the cold water alone, okay? That engine needs a starter. She said, slipping that leg, trying to get that circulation. Bob couldn't even lift that leg. You just got to, just open. The youngins gonna spread you back. Man, look. Long time ago. Yeah, long time ago. Y'all leave me alone on this co-water. Let's get through this call a little bit more. Yeah. Y'all know most men don't get hard at trying to, yeah, they need give out. They come in and get that, you know what I'm saying? He all slouched over and shit. Yeah, Bob been waiting long time. Bob been waiting long. Goddamn it, knees. Yeah, Bob gonna get together and get that kitty cat, baby days. You know, all that, them terms, them old terms. Just, shit. Why am I here? Do I really need them Wilburns? Fuck. I'm trying to go out of town. Hip hop chilling her. Hey boo, I love me some Miss Parker. Thank you, Angel Face. Make the towel hot just so he'll let me. Yeah, Shawnee, slapping that leg, baby. Slapping that leg. Get your old one in you. I don't want to tell y'all the story. This is Jarvis' story right now.
And I take your call. On if you don't answer, you don't answer. Look, I'm not going to be doing that. If you want to talk to me, you talk to me. No, I'm not. Whether he here or not, I'm not going to do that.
Told y'all Bob wasn't doing the job. I told y'all Bob ass ain't doing that job. And when Jarvis calls, she gets off. Jarvis brings that little spark into her old ass. Bob can't do it for her all the way. Herman or Bob, one of his names.
One thing I've learned, man, over the years, because you know who you are and I know about you, so who I am. Because you're somebody that's important to me.
She done told Bob about Jarvis. I'm just here to clean the pipes, good old Bob. Goddamn me. Okay, Bob, I just want you to know, I do got a youngin'. I talked to him here and there. He in jail, but he gonna move down here soon later. Bob just here to fix the car. Bob just... Why do he know about the monster? You in a whole nother state. You're 3,000 miles from Graceland. Why do Bob know? She said, who the fuck you hollering at in jail? Come on. Nigga said, why he know who I am? I don't know. I think his name's Earl. Not Earl, baby. That's even worse. Do that even sound good? And I'm not saying nothing if y'all got a husband named Earl, but just like, who fuck me, Earl? Like, Earl. Like, I just, no, I can't. Certain names I just can't. I can't date and just do it with. I can't. Like Bob, maybe, because it could like, oh, Bob, build a bitch, okay? Bob, the builder, hurt me. But I guess. Ooh, Earl, I just, no. That's why she's turned off. She wanted Bob, the builder, to be mad or something. Yeah, she did. Yeah. I couldn't do Earls. I can't do an Earl. No. Just being honest.
Jarvis, you always have been somebody important to me. Explain that to me because I'm not clear on that. How so?
She said she did the cobwebs off. Earl.
Now you don't know what. You important to me. That's one thing.
King, definitely not.
So explain that to me.
Essence, I'm sorry.
You haven't got clarity in years. Yeah, and we've been talking for.
Let me read some of these comments. She said it would forever E, never Earl. Okay. Yeah, I didn't do a nickname E, but not Earl. Earl ain't even a sexy name to be moaning out. Man, say, I mean, just think about it, ladies. Before, and if you got a husband named Earl, I ain't knocking it. You know what I'm saying? You and Earl probably been together for the past 20, 30 years, probably since high school. I don't know. It's just not a name for me. You know, just some names I just can't. His name Earl, but you got to say Hurl, okay? Willie Earl at that. Yes, Key. She said you crazy. I'm just saying, yeah, just, Some names are just definitely turn-offs for me. I'm just being honest.
Clarity in years? Yeah, and we've been talking for the last year and a half. Yeah, but I heard that part, but what I'm saying to you is, man, you saying that I'm important to you. How so?
Jarvis trying to make her leave Mr. Bob alone.
How am I an important factor in your life? Well, considering saying that you was somebody that I was talking to on a daily basis and trying my best to be something more to you than just friends and trying to spend time with you and trying to be a part of your life, that's somebody important to me. So how does that just fade away? Because you knew my situation. I told you all the way up until, you know, shit happened. So therefore, man, if you knew I lost communication with you, man, because honestly, I thought.
See, y'all gotta remember, Jarvis was a young when she met him. She was young. She didn't think her giraffe legs could fit from the back seat to the front on the dashboard. You know what I'm saying? That them youngins got a different type of flavor to them. Like, you don't even make it from the club to the crib. Like that's a part. Pull over. That's how me and my youngin used to be. I mean, so many barbecues have been left with my ass as a stain on that picnic table. And my youngin, yeah, right there. Yeah. Come on, man. You're like, you know, I mean, I'm just being honest. And Earl, let me get my composure back. Earl know about you, though. I told Earl about, yeah, sis, you know. So you just couldn't make it home with the youngins. Especially if they done pop the perk and he just gonna go foul. On them drinks. Morgan, the fuck? Earl ain't taking no shots with you know what I'm saying? Y'all no, you know her. Earl done left that whiskey long years ago. You know, I smoke my cigars and he and her smell like just nasty ass cigars and some more shit, like that stain and oil. Earl just in the house smell like oil and cigars. You got ashtray. Okay, all right. Earl good. Earl real good. What? I don't know. It's just, this call is just really just turning me off. It's really just it's creepy. I must say this phone call is really creepy. And instead of saying she wants her young thing back, you know what I'm saying? She done told him about Willie Earl. Hey, babe. She done told Jarvis about Willie Earl and done told Willie Earl about him. Because she thought about those tricks that Monster used to do with him. And that's just, yeah. I gotta go get another cup of water, y'all, real quick. I gotta give me another cup of water because I ain't gonna be able to do this whole live and stuff. And I think Shank Rock is going live at 5:30. I don't know, y'all, but give me a second. I think Shank Rock is gonna be going live in a minute, but
Communication with you, because honestly, I thought that you was not talking to me. Why would that be? Why would that be the first thing that come to your mind? Because if I didn't want to talk to you, man, would you reach out to me after 20 fucking years, man? I wasn't. Because I did not know that what you're explaining to me now about, okay, well, I was reaching out to these people because of this or whatever. What you're saying now, it makes sense, but at the time, in my mind, all I was thinking was like, if this nigga was locked up, he would have called me. And he's not calling me, so evidently he don't want to talk to me right now. So that's what was in my mind. I was very unsure. I'm already insecure about what I was trying to deal with you anyway. Why is that? Because you thought I had an ill will towards you. That's what you thought. No, because I just didn't feel like you was just being honest with me, and I was the only person you was dealing with long term because I know I feel.
Yeah, as much as a good time we've had with this phone call, I'm going to end it here. I'm coming back, you guys, at 8, okay? We got to get into some whole other shit. You guys go check out Willie Earl against Monster. see how this goes. I haven't even heard none of this, right? She said silly rabbit tricks up for kids. I appreciate all the super sticker super chats. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for the silver star. Them steps like to kill me, baby. Jeez. But I only got my second cup water, so by the time we come back at 8, it's gonna be lit, okay? I'm gonna leave you out with some music. I'm gonna leave us out with some music. I'm taking us out with some shit, okay? Let me find it. It's called Stay in Your Lane, okay? Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. I'm tipsy, everybody. I love you guys so much, okay? Thank you guys for coming through and dialoguing with a bitch, okay?